Yo, we are back, and today I'm dropping a video on my day one 2K25 guard. We don't have the builder just yet, but we have a whole lot of information. I'm going to give you guys what I got, and I'm not wasting any of your time today. Drop a like, drop a sub, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, here we are in the builder. As you can see, it's clearly the 2K24 builder, but I'm going to go through here with all the information we've got directly from 2K and their developers. And I upgraded each category separately. So for everybody that's going to be in the comments saying this isn't possible to make in 2K24, I know it isn't. But in this video, I'm going to be replicating how the builds in 2K25 will be, or as close to it as I can with the information that we have now. I'm going to throw this tweet on the screen right here. You don't have to read all that, but basically Zach Timmerman, who works for 2K, is saying there's way more attribute points next year on builds. So you're going to be able to make builds that have attributes that kind of look like a demigod. But from the sounds of it, if you make a build like that, you won't be able to get high-level badges. So if it plays out the way they're saying it will, it sounds pretty balanced to me. I'm going to put up one more screenshot right now. And this is just a screenshot of a stats from an actual build from 2K that you can make in 2K25. As you can see, 93 layup, 93 dunk, 87 3, 85 pass accuracy, 93 ball handle, 91 speed with ball, all while still getting an 85 steal. And I think I found a really good way to balance that across the 6'6". Let's dive into this build. So I'm starting off with the finishing. As you saw from the intro, I am a 6'6" guard, 180 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan. Now I did not upgrade my close shot on this build, but that's the one thing I'm not sure of is which attributes will be tied together in 2K25, but that's what it got to. And then I went with an 80 driving layup. Based off the layup badge requirements I'm going to throw up on the screen, I'm thinking we at least get bronze layup mixmaster. And if not, it doesn't matter too much anyways. I'm not really doing layups like that. I'm more of a dunker. So I had to go ahead and throw that 93 driving dunk on. And as you can see from this screenshot, you get bronze posterizer from just a 73 driving dunk. So I'm thinking we're going to be at least silver or gold on posterizer with this build, which is going to be more than enough to do the job and get dunks on people. And then the 45 standing dunk, that's a threshold I hit on purpose. I'm assuming the animation requirements will be pretty similar to 2K24. And you got a pretty decent standing dunk package at 45 rating. As you can see, super solid finishing and not unrealistic based off what we saw in the intro. That's going to do it for that. Let's get on to the shooting. All right, on to the shooting. This is something we still don't know too much about, but something that we do know is that Mike Wang, the gameplay director for 2K, said that 2K24's shooting is somewhere between next year's normal and hard difficulty, as you can see in this tweet that he posted. So honestly, I'm not worried about shooting being all that difficult. So if the game comes out and I can't get attributes quite this high, I'm going to be okay with that. But I did end up hitting that 92 mid-range for the silver Deadeye, which we know gets unlocked at that threshold. And then I maxed my 3 out just in case shooting is a little bit on the harder side. And finally, to finish out shooting, I went with an 80 free throw. Apparently, I can't find the screenshot, but apparently it's supposed to be a little bit harder next year. So I did want to get that to an 80 in case I'm playing some rec or something. But honestly, if it ends up being an expensive attribute, it's not that important to me. So do with that what you will. That's going to wrap it up for the shooting. Let's get on to the playmaking. All right, on to the playmaking, and we have a ton of information for this one. They've given us a ton of badge thresholds already. So I ended up going with a 93 ball handle, 86 speed with ball, and a 70 pass accuracy. As you can see from this screenshot, we get ankle assassin on gold. So we're going to be dropping people like crazy with a 93 ball handle. We also have information that you get gold unpluckable at 96 ball handle. So I'm assuming with the 93 we'll get at least silver, which was more than enough this year, and I'm hoping it does the job for us next year too. And then from this screenshot, you can also see that the 93 ball handle is going to go ahead and give us gold handles for days. Again, it's going to be more than enough. And finally, this screenshot will show you that 86 ball handle is going to give you gold lightning launch, which is basically quick first step from the previous years. This is going to be what's giving you your speed boost, so you want that as high as you can on this build. 86 speed with ball and gold is going to be more than enough to give you really fast speed boosts, especially once we start finding the really good dribble animations. And then just to round out playmaking and explain why I went with a 70 pass accuracy. I don't care what anybody says, I go with a 70 pass accuracy every time. Unless I'm making a build for 5s like Comp Pro-Am or something like that. 70 pass accuracy is more than enough and gets the job done every single year. It's always a really expensive attribute. I'm telling you right now, you're probably not going to need any more than that. That's going to wrap it up for the playmaking though. Let's get on to the defense. All right, here in the defense, this is a category where I'm not exactly sure where the thresholds will be at, but every year silver and gold are right around that 85 mark. So you might have to move these up or down a couple when the game actually comes out, but it's going to be right around here. 68 block. Again, I'm not sure what that's going to be like in 25, but make sure you shoot for at least bronze chase down or anchor. One thing we do know from this screenshot here is that we're going to have at least silver interceptor. I'm assuming gold will be in that 85 range, like I said, but I think these attributes are something that are going to be super common on a taller guard next year. Honestly, come back to this video when I'm right. We don't have too much other information on lockdowns other than one of the devs said that the 99 steel is going to give you legend glove, but realistically you're only getting that if you're a pure lockdown anyways, so we'll cover that in a different video. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for our defense though. Let's go check out the physicals. Alright, so the physicals are going to be a little bit different next year. If you haven't heard, you do not put stamina on in the builder anymore. All of your builds will basically start at 85 until you do a bunch of Gatorade workouts, and then eventually they'll be maxed. It's a whole thing, but anyways, don't worry about that in here. Just ignore that 85 stamina. Another difference is instead of acceleration, next year there's agility. So I just use acceleration as agility in the screenshot. Mike Wang also mentioned that agility is going to help with speed boosting next year, so I wanted to make sure to max that out. I don't know how important speed will be, but I put that up pretty high too. 80 vertical, you know we got that 93 driving dunk, so we're going to want that as high as possible. 55 strength, the past few years strength has been tied to defense, so I put that up so we could get clamps. And then like I said, back to it, I maxed the agility at 89. That's going to take a big part in speed boosting. I'm assuming it's going to have to do with unlocking dribble animations next year. Trust me, any guard build you make, you're going to want that as high as possible. And then finishing it off with an 87 speed. Like I said, I don't know everything that's going to be tied to, but it's probably still going to be pretty important. We haven't heard all that much about physicals yet, so don't take this too seriously. But it should be a pretty good baseline for when the game comes out. And then as you're going to see here in a second, we built an exact replica of a 2K25 demigod. Most of the stats I decided to use in this video I had backed up with screenshots and stuff straight from 2K. But that doesn't mean this is exactly how you're going to be able to make the build when it comes out. But honestly, it should be a good template to start from. Take this, mold it, change it, edit it however you need to make this how you would like to use it in 2K25. But this should be a really good baseline for you. Drop a like and a sub on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one.